Today's critical point. My name's Alan Daviduck. So I was walking at the plaza where my office is. I was walking across the plaza. I had to go check. Whoops, I don't know what happened there. I had to go check the mail. And as I was walking, this book was sitting on the ground. I walked right by it, and it says up here, free book. And then down here, there's a sticker that says The Book Fairy. Take this book, read it, and then leave it for the next person to enjoy. Pay it forward. I thought that was super interesting. I mean, this book was sitting in the middle of the parking lot. And I walked right by it, and I could not walk by it. I looked at it, and I had to pick it up. So it got me thinking about today's message. So today's message is to pay it forward, right? And what does this mean, and what's examples that have happened to you? So something that happens a lot in our restaurant, which is really an amazing thing to see, is there's this, I guess we call it the chain of kindness, right? So it's where a customer will pay for the order of the person behind them, and then it'll continue. I mean, we've seen it in the restaurant get to 10 cars. We've seen it get to like 40 cars, and it's like, oh my God, it's crazy, where everybody is paying for the order for the person behind them. Now, usually your first thought is, okay, this guy got 5 sandwiches and the guy that got the 1 coffee paid for him. But it's amazing at how once, the chain starts, how kind people are, and how it's almost like a game. They want to keep it going. They're like, oh, how many cars have done it so far? So I think back to a book that was given to me one time, and how impactful paying it forward was for me. So I was given a book years and years and years ago called Grit. And the book was written by a lady named Angela Duckworth. And this was one of those books that changed the trajectory of the way that you think, right? And the way that your mindset is. And the book is about one of the main stories in the book is they follow these candidates from West Point. And, there was the candidates that you thought were West Point is like one of the hardest schools to get into. You have to have references from like a politician or, some, political person just to get in. But what they've noticed is that the candidates that you thought were going to go right through and succeed actually didn't succeed. It was the ones that didn't have skill and didn't have as much talent as the other people, that they're the ones that focused and went right through the program and finished and completed it in an incredible fashion many times. And what made that happen, right? What was the grit that they had to achieve that? And that book really, changed my mindset. And if it wasn't for that person giving me the book, and the person said to me, when you're done reading the book, then you give it to somebody else. And I did give that book to somebody else. I don't know what happened from it there, but that ability to do a good deed for someone else, and then they're inspired to do a good deed for another person. So in my Smart System program, we call this affirmation. So we strive to affirm our employees, and something as simple as they make a mistake, they make an error, they screw something up, whatever it is, right? That we take the time to teach them, what happened, how to learn from this, and, take that frustration, and then, if they can see past it and see what they did wrong and understand how to fix it and see the other side, flip it around, right? Not just be frustrated on their side, but to understand why, something happened in the way that other people perceive it. Then they can go and in turn help their coworkers to do better. So pay it forward, and these chains of kindness all started today by a book that someone left in the parking lot. So I am going to read this book. It's called The Opposite of Maybe by someone named Maddie Dawson. And then I'm going to give it to somebody else. And it's an amazing concept. So ciao for now. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.